Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. How you guys doing? How was your weekend so far? I mean, if you're working, I hope it's not too stressful. If you're with your family, I hope everybody's happy and healthy. Whatever you're doing, my thoughts are really the best for you, for peace. We all should have. Unfortunately, not. We all have our own dilemmas, whether individual sicknesses and conflicts, or loved ones, or interpersonal issues. It all comes down to human issues, and that's why we try to be mindful and understand where people are coming from, unless they're so toxic that we can't reason with them, and then we just have to try to extricate ourselves from them. The world's crazy right now. The world is divided. The world is in conflict, and it's a violent place. On Sunday morning, I am tempted just to walk into a church, just to sit down and feel some kind of connection. Sometimes you go to but the churches are closer to me where I live. That's why I'm actually Jewish. Just to feel a human connection, hoping maybe someone just come up to me and touch me in the shoulder and say hello, good morning, how are you? My name is so-and-so. These little things mean something to me, but the risk in doing so, I'm afraid to go to any large congregation now because of so much craziness and random hate in the world that you never know who's going to walk in and do what, if you know what I mean. And am I not living by being afraid to take a risk, by being afraid of going out and doing things in the world? Am I not living? No, I'm not living. But however, there's like other things I want to do in life. I'm not ready to take that risk. Eventually, I'll be ready to take that risk because it's like things I want to do in the next month or two in my life. Does that make any sense? And then I'm afraid, let's say, I went in one of these mass shootings and I didn't die. I have a devastating injury. And then for the rest of my life, I'm going to be looking my head saying, geez, shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I didn't go to XYZ location on XYZ date, I wouldn't have been there when XYZ occurred. But then, if I went to XYZ place, maybe I'd be in a position to jump and save somebody else and help somebody else and do a heroic thing. And these are the conflicts that go back and forth in my mind as a human being. How do you like them apples, folks? So this is my talk for today. This is my pep talk for the day. This is my Sunday morning sermon, if that makes any sense. This is about living your life to the fullest. But when do you take the risk? When not to take the risk? There's no gospel here. I'm not going to talk about Jesus. If you believe in Jesus, God bless you. If you just believe in the one and only God, if you believe in Allah, I don't even know too much about Islam. Much respect to Islam, the ones who truly believe in it and don't believe in other things. Because there's some individual. I don't want to get into it. I'm just saying there's so much hate on either side. That's why I avoid religion and politics. I see it causes hate, blood, and murder, which is fueled by greed. It's horrible. It's nonsense. It's narishkeit in Yiddish. You know it. Am I upsetting people by this video? I know I'm not making people laugh. I know I'm not funny. I'm just talking. I'm just jamming. I'm jazzing. I'm doing what I always wanted to do on stage. If they would have given me unlimited time to get up and ramble and babble on, I could have got in my groove, Sober, high. If I smoked a joint right now before I did this, I'd be freaking hilarious. I guarantee you. I would probably write down 6 subjects, and I would just blow them up like a rubber band. I'd probably even just segue into another 6 subjects. But I'm not high right today. I'm Superman without his powers, okay? But as a humble, regular, clean, and sober man, I still talk to you. I still make a conversation with you. And I try to find some humor. Just like when you go to the office, the office water cooler, and you have a conversation, there's always the guy or girl who's hilarious in the hallway in conversation at work, and people always say, you should do stand-up comedy. But a guy from comedy told me something. Not a very nice guy, not something I don't like his ways, but he gave me some good advice. I think he's a little selfish. I think he's a little bit dickish to other comedians who he doesn't think are important on the pedestal. He so wants to move himself up on the pedestal. But he gave me some good advice. He said, are you the funny guy in the office? Are you going to be the funny guy on stage? Because there's 2 different things, if you really want to take the comedy, you've got to transcend that onto the stage and put it out. And it's not an easy thing to do. And I'm not there yet, but that's why I'm going to be here every day talking to you. And there's no set today, but who cares? I'm having a conversation with you, and it's comedy and talk, so I don't have to be funny all the time. This is all I ever wanted, just to get up and rip. I see plenty of comics who get MCs who pad the show with 20 minutes in between each set with their bullshit and their regurgitated sets. So what the F? I'm gonna get up on YouTube and do it. I'm gonna be my goddamn selfish MC to my zero audience. There we go, folks. Get it all out. Get that shit out. Get that vomit out. Be vomit. I am vomit man. Hey, thanks a lot, guys.